Mr. Chairman of the Natural Resources, ELDEN, HILLAIRE, it's good to see you. We're here with our Lummi Nation Facebook page, and we're looking to get an update for the 2012 sockeye season. I know clam jammers were out last big tide for those monster horse clams, and it's, geez, the summer's here.
Yeah, well, we're hoping. It's been a soggy summer so far, but you know, expectations are high that the sun is coming out today and through the 4th of July. So appreciate it, Fred. It's been way too long. I think that we've had an update. I think we were at the gateway the last time I was cornered into one. So good to be here. Just want to give everybody an update there. We had our annual fishermen's meeting and elections. Results were a little bit challenging, but everybody was confirmed to have a fishing card that voted. So the results are in, and we have a new commissioner that's back on board again, Bobby Dennis. It's been a while since he's been on the commissions. He's invigorating all of us into that, his excitement to be back on board and participating and helping out our community. So welcome, Bobby. Just want to give a little thanks to Bernie Finkbonner for serving through his 2 terms. He's been a real asset and giving us the insight on the marketing of our openings as well. So really great to have him. We've had our elections for officers, and I'm again chairman. Appreciate the confidence from the commission, and Steve Solomon as vice chair, and Terry Hillaire is our new secretary treasurer. He's been voted in as well, and replacing Chairman Culty, who was our past secretary treasurer. So it'll be exciting going into the new year with our officers and our commission again as well. We actually went to our last preseason meeting for Fraser, so they have the new models out there at 50% probability, which is the highest expectation rate for preseason. That we're at about 59,000 sockeye for the tribal share this year, and they've modeled 3 openings for us in 7-7A. Canada was a bit concerned with the Straits tribes. They're modeled through July 28th, I believe it is, kind of going continuously until we fish to our TAC. So, but it always changes in season. You know, 2 years ago we had a low expectation and they came in record numbers. So let's keep our fingers crossed. You know, fisherman mentality. We've been watching. Just got reports from Columbia River that they've come in way over preseason. Lake Washington is 3 weeks early and over preseason expectations as well. So, you know, the fish are showing up. They opened up the Skagit River for Baker Lake earlier than expected in high abundance. I heard the recreational were bank to bank, shoulder to shoulder down there before the tribes went open. I hope everything went well for them down there. And then also test fishing for the Fraser has started, so people with internet can just check on the PacificSalmonCommission.org website for the daily test results. They're being posted through the week, not on weekends. But so.
And you mentioned there's really good turnout all around us, and a lot of times that when it's good around us, sometimes it's not really good for the Fraser fish. But like you said, you know, you never know these things.
Well, you know, fisherman mentality, we always kind of hope for the best and prepare for the worst. So, you know, we're still pretty optimistic that they could show up in a little higher abundance. We never know what's going on with the ocean survival. Another indicator is that Faults Pass and up in the north have a really good turnout of fish there. So that's kind of our opposite there. When they have a feast up there, we have famine down here. So we'll see. You know, it's transpiring. I think there was 230 fish in the Straits test fishery the other day. So they're coming in, but they haven't identified the stock composition yet. So it's early, but we'll keep everybody posted as we go. One of the things that we've started at Natural Resources is that if you give them your carrier and your cell phone number, that they can give you text and message alerts for any relevant fishery that you want to sign up. So it could be salmon, crab, anything that you feel that you really need to be updated on. They're sending out those text messages as well. A real good tool to keep everybody informed of any pending openings. So
what's a possible date? You know, speaking of sockeye, and then going in, you know, we always catch the Yamach here coming up here. I know August is just around the corner. Yeah. What's the numbers, and what are some dates fishers can look forward to? The
treaty take for sockeye is 59,000. We'll have some ceremonial and subsistence needs taken out of that, and so there would be August 4th, I think, is our first scheduled commercial opening, if we're getting that green light on the abundance is showing up. So that's the date. And then August 1st, 15th is usually the Chinook openings in the bay and terminal fisheries. So a little bit early for them, but you know, get guys out there to get their bugs out so that when they do show up, they're prepared. Mm-hmm. You know, sounds like the market's going to be really strong for them. So, you know, another thing, you can sign up for the text messages, the ones that choose not to go chasing sockeye but stay home and fish right here. They'll keep them updated as well on their openings and abundance as we move forward.
Yeah, and you mentioned the clam jammers were out. There's some great tides here, 4th of July week, and then here we got crabbing as well too, right? What's going on?
Yeah, well, we're still moving with the clam openings because we haven't got no red tide yet. We've been testing regularly, and also just the market's been kind of saturated. So as our local buyers are available to take some, we're opening them up as quickly as we can. We actually have a conference call scheduled for 11 o'clock on Thursday to talk about West Beach and the 3-1 opening, as well as the Region 1 openings that we have potentially scheduling, because we'll have testing done for the southern part of Bellingham Bay, which was a little soft in the last testing, and then also in upright inside the San Juan Islands we'll be testing simultaneously, because they were a little bit shy of our criteria for commercial opening. So 10 days since the last testing, so we should be close, if not there. So
what's the date on the crab I know people are getting ready, right?
Yeah, we're issuing stickers and cards and just waiting to find out what the test results are, if we're going to need to issue tags for pots, because it'd still be 30 pots in Bellingham Bay and then 50 in the San Juan Islands. So we haven't issued the tag yet. So conference call on the 5th at 11 o'clock to hopefully set the West Beach opening and to move into Bellingham Bay. Our expectations would be to go next week in Bellingham Bay if we meet criteria, and also hopefully beat the recreational crab fishery in Bellingham Bay, because they take quite a bit of cream off the top, and would rather preserve that for the tribal folks. So. Yeah,
and diving. What's anything happening with?
Oh yeah, it's really been coming along there. We had a refresher course for all the divers. They went down to Edmonds for 2 days to refresh themselves on all the requirements of dive. Went through everybody's masks and everything. Did a total rebuild with the instructors. So that went really well, real receptive for the dive community. The hose tenders as well got some training so that they know how to protect the divers when they're down in the water. Today they had a meeting with the dive community again, looking at dive vessel registration so that we know who's participating and that they have the appropriate equipment on there, and also to move forward with dive logbooks, not only for safety but also for their own well-being as well. And they're been real good at coming in and meeting with the staff so that they can get all these in place for this coming year. So, and some of it is so that we can know what they're harvesting, where they're harvesting, to make a better judgment on the abundance of species, because there's just no real data on sea cucumbers and sea urchins. So helps us as far as the management side of it, but as well as the safety side for their sake while they're participating. So been really good communication, collaboration with those harvesters. And the room looked full. I heard all 3 dozen donuts were gone after the meeting, so I think everybody went out of there a little bit happier and in understanding of how we're evolving in that fishery. So
good. And then I don't know if you have any closing remarks. I know there was quite a few people at the General Council meeting that last time. They was talking about the SSA Marine, right? And
yeah.
That's the GC meeting. It's always good to see the fishermen and crabbers and clam jammers at these meetings, right?
Yeah, especially with something so important as Cherry Point. And one of the things that I would like to stress to the community is that it's not specifically about SSA Marine and whatever they're trying to do, but it's Cherry Point as a whole. You know, even when they tried to make it a marine protected area, which reflects badly on our harvest and our treaty rights, that we opposed that as well. And that wasn't development; it was trying to protect the resources and manage that would forego opportunity, and we would never forego opportunity for the protection of our resources and our home territory. That we feel that you can be good stewards to the resources and still harvest, which is our treaty right. So, you know, we opposed all development there, even at this kind of level, as a resources protected area.
And all the fishermen and clam jammers and divers are welcome to that meeting on, I believe it's Wednesday, July 18th, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so.
And then anything else you'd like to add?
Just hope everybody keeps their fingers safe going through the 4th of July, and that sun is gonna shine on us again. You know, the cleansing of Mother Earth with the rain is very good.
It's good for our salmon.
And for our salmon as well. So, you know, we'll take the good and the bad, whichever way you want to look at it. But we know the sunshine will shine upon us again here at Lummi, and it'll bring more abundant raspberries. So take care and have a good weekend.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman of Natural Resources, ELDEN, HILLAIRE, OCM.